What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and in today's amazing American Plains modding video, we are gonna go over a brand new list over the things that you guys want in APM. Even though we just had an update, there's still some things on this list that you guys have been begging for months, so we're still gonna go over these and on top of some other new things that you guys have spoken about. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I think we should begin with the video. So first one is gonna be regarding the houses. So you guys want more placeables for the houses. Even though this is not too popular, I still saw a good amount of people and YouTubers talk about adding more placeables to the houses. Some examples of placeables are the barbecue grill. It was about to rain. The barbecue grill, fences, more and different types of lawnmowers, and blocks that we could have the ability to build on. I think that would be pretty crazy, and the videos would be insane because I kind of have some ideas on what I could do with that. But anyways, that is going to be the first one. Oh wait, I forgot one last one to the house. So the last one for the houses and properties would be a sign. People want to have signs in the game so they can write whatever they want. Although that kind of sounds like a bad idea, it could be a really cool idea. Just in case we want to build like a little shops or something, we could just put a big sign that says bananas for sale or something like that. That would be pretty sick. But next up, we have vehicles. People want dirt bikes added to the game for a while. This is probably the most requested vehicle in APM because if you guys didn't know, Southern Modding already has these vehicles and APM still doesn't. And even though you guys kinda don't like Southern Modding, we gotta give them props for listening to their fans and adding dirt bikes. I'm not saying APM doesn't do that, but they're pretty good at it. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, next up is more cars. People want to see more cars. If you guys open up the menu, you guys are going to be able to see that we don't have that many vehicles, especially for the premium vehicle. It's just a bunch of like vintage and trucks and random stuff that people don't really use. Because if we take a look at the pickup trucks, we have literally a full list of trucks, and people feel like if more vehicles besides the Mustang or the Corvette get added, I think people would be more happy. And I'm not saying more supercars, I'm not saying that, but it needs to be more cars like where is it? It's right here, like this one's pretty sick. And even though I don't use it that much, it's probably one of my favorite cars in the game. Not trucks, cars. So if they could add more stuff like that, I think that would be super sick. Now next up is gonna be people want more pickup options and revamps. Even though there is a lot of options for the trucks already, people want more options to customize, and on top of that, people want more revamps. Like this truck right here that I'm customizing is pretty old. It hasn't been revamped for I guess forever. I've personally never seen it get revamped. By the way, don't mind me, I'm just customizing the truck right now. I'm probably gonna make this into like a dually. But next up, people want a construction dump truck. I think that is pretty sick. Honestly, I love the construction stuff. It sucks that they really haven't added that much construction stuff, which we're gonna get more into it later on this video, which I honestly really want, because that could be super fun with some of my friends, which none of them talk to me anymore. Alright, next up is fishing. People want fishing in the game. We pretty much have all the boats in the game. Now I think the only thing we need is the fishing aspect to be added in the game. And honestly, I'm really surprised that Southern Modding hasn't added any fishing to their game. Alright, maybe, who knows, what if it drops this weekend? That would be insane. So that is gonna be for vehicles. Next up is gonna be for more vehicle customization. Now people want more pickup bed options, such as like the dump bed or a welding belt, service bed, a flare side, or a long bed. People are gonna be super happy if they get something like that. Maybe for pickup trucks with a long bed, I think that would be absolutely insane. Next up is gonna be body kits. People want body kits, wide body kits added to these trucks. I'm not sure if it's controversial, but I think they look pretty nice, you guys. I genuinely like them. I'm not sure if you guys like them at all. Let me know in the comments if you guys like wide bodies. But next up is custom bumpers, hoods, grills, lights, all of that great stuff, even engine swamps, which I think Southern Modding has done this again, which is pretty crazy. Alright, next up we have adding more different tires, kind of like Southern Modding. I'm sorry, but they added this as well. But they have street tires, but APM can also add drift tires, more types of different tires. I think that would be pretty cool. And then the ability to open up the hood would be absolutely game breaking, which I would honestly love to see that as well. I think that would make roleplay so better, you guys. And someone did mention that they would also like to add words on the vehicles, which I don't know about that. Like I said, with the signs one, people tend to do naughty stuff and it could cause some trouble. So I don't know about adding custom words slash the trucks. I think they might have to hold on to that. All right, next on the list, we're gonna be moving on to garage and the interior of the houses. People want pretty much better garage interiors, like having the ability to add lifts, toolboxes, wall decorations, and maybe even like different types of flags, or maybe just an American flag, since this is an American game. Because hold on, I was about to show you my garage, but it is empty. So if we go into this garage right here, it is pretty empty, even though you can't really see inside. There really isn't anything unless you put some of the toolboxes that they added, I believe, last month, which is they're cool, but we kind of need a little bit more of customizability. So that's what people want for the garages. All right, next up, we were actually almost finished with this list. Surprisingly, I didn't think that we were gonna go through this list so easy, but people want a map expansion, and something that they want with this map expansion is a city district, which honestly would also break the game. Just imagine the things they could add with a map expansion. And honestly, I think I've been saying this for multiple like months now. I was about to say years, but it hasn't been years. It's only been months that people have been asking and begging for a map expansion. Even I am like, that's probably on my number one list. I really want a map expansion, and every time I make these videos, you guys are always asking me that APM does need a map expansion. But if we continue moving on with the list, some other things that could be added to the map expansion would be a car dealership, a construction site, or some type of yard, and more buildings so we could roleplay and just have fun. And just imagine the amount of ideas that we could have if like a construction yard was added. I think that would also break the game. Although I think that APM creators are pretty much taking their time, which is fine, upgrading each part of the map, and maybe at the end we might get the map expansion. I think that's gonna be my guess. I could be wrong, so take it with a grain of salt. But I do want to touch on a little bit on the car dealership. I think that would be pretty cool. Maybe they could add some rare cars to the dealership, or rare truck, kind of like the TRX. Maybe they could add an updated revamped Raptor and place it in the dealership. That's my opinion, or something like that. They could probably think of something more insane. I'm just trying to throw out some ideas on what they could do to the car dealership. All right, if we continue with the list, then I think this is gonna be the last section of the list I have written down, since I did have to write a lot of things that you guys wanted added to the game. So I think we should begin with the final section. Now, in the final section, people really, and it's gonna be a little bit surprising, but people want more vehicle attachments, accessories, and so much more, which would help out the gameplay of, I guess, building trucks. I'm not sure if this would follow under the vehicle customization, but pretty much, if you guys didn't know, hold on, let me actually paint my wheels. I'm trying to make this like a little nice kind of off-roady slash truck. I'm just trying to figure out how to make this chrome. Oh wait, I think it's right there. Whoops. All right, so if we go to attachments, there really isn't a lot of attachments. For example, right here for the winter attachments, there really isn't that many. I know Southern Money has like 3 different types of winter attachments, and we want to add more things, maybe like wood, maybe hay bales or gas cans, something cool that would make and touch up our trucks. I think that would be extremely awesome. And I guess to touch up on what I said earlier about adding body kits, people want more advanced vehicle customization, like fender flitters, maybe customization to the doors, and just being able to customize pretty much almost every single thing about the vehicles and trucks, because APM players love personalizing their trucks. And I'm not gonna lie, I do too as well. I think having the ability to turn our trucks into whatever we like is what makes this game amazing. I do have one more thing to the list, and that is going to be custom business signs. I guess we kind of already touched upon this a little bit earlier today. It might have been towards the beginning when I was talking about the houses, where people want more signs or some type of signs where they could, you know, just put for their businesses, which I don't know, you guys, that's a little bit sketchy. That's a little bit sketchy in my opinion, because I know you guys, like I said, you guys can be a little bit crazy, even crazier than me. And I just realized I think I didn't even fix fix the suspension on this thing. I'll be surprised if it goes up here. Alright, not bad. Honestly, you guys, not a bad list. I personally like the map expansion. I'm still waiting for that one. I don't care if it takes 200 years. I'm gonna wait for the map expansion to come in APM. And honestly, I think the map expansion would probably look really good. I don't know. Honestly, it could be placed somewhere. Actually, you know what? I do know. It would have to be all the way over here. Hold on. Let me fly over here. Alright, so I think the map expansion should come right around past the brand new truck stop. Well, it's not brand new, but still kind of pretty new. And it should connect to that side. I think that's where the map expansion should go. Oh, what is this? What the heck did I just find? Anyways, I didn't mean to get distracted, but let me know what you guys want to see in the future of APM. Let me know what you guys really want. And if you guys also enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me, and I will catch you guys in tomorrow's video, I think. Peace.